Okay.
How do I sound?
Sound very smooth, Dan. Sounds like Sunday morning.
Well, in the autumn, I like to take a nice cup of caramel coffee and
Jesus.
walk across a river and see the sea. Okay. Hi, and welcome to PixCast.
We're back. How we doing, Dan?
Pretty good. Really excited that football's back.
Really excited.
Really excited. Yeah, we decided to do another season of PixCast where we actually pick games and talk about games that are happening now. Like, for example, there's a game tonight. We got Jets and Bills.
Getting right into it.
I mean, do we get into it? First of all, let's just recap what happened in our fantasy football league.
We had the draft.
We did.
Danny finally paid me the entrance fee money. What pick did you have in the draft, Dan?
What's up?
What pick did you have in the draft?
I had third pick.
And you went with
Adrian Peterson.
big fella, the big workhorse, the big purple fucking, I don't know.
The flying purple people eater. I mean, he fucking wrecks fools. I mean, he is an absolute beast.
A beast.
So I picked third. Max picked first. Conspiracy theories have already been talked about.
Are you serious?
First of all, I had two other people who I know. Both of those leagues, their commissioners picked first. So I know of three people
Three commissioners who went first.
who went first.
I tell you, the only reason I would believe that, and I'm telling you it's not true, but the only reason I would believe it is that the app got real glitchy. You know what I mean? It was down week one. It was just completely down.
It was down. People were
like
freaking
the whole
out.
first round of games, right? Like the early morning games or whatever.
Actually, if you were on the East Coast, it was like pretty much your entire football day.
Yeah. I thought that by Sunday night, I think it was up.
Yeah, but,
But I'm not 100% sure.
I think it was like by like 6 or 7 o'clock in the afternoon or night. You
Yeah.
know, they're finally.
Well, if not that this would prove my innocence or whatever, but to give you an idea, if I had any control over who would over the picking order, fucking Prebaz got first pick last year, and you know how much I fucking was like so pissed at him last
Did he?
year. Yeah.
Or is that like your long game strategy? You're like, oh, I'm gonna take the
No, you know
first
what?
pick.
He got first. Prebaz had second after refusing to pay me the entrance fee.
And I was
fucking
7.
ever.
Has everyone paid?
Prebaz has not paid.
How about Pete?
I think Pete has not paid either.
Okay.
They're the only two. Everybody else paid.
He's out of town. He'll be back in town.
Yeah, you got Venmo. Like, you're the only...
Sorry.
Jesus. Thanks, Dan.
I'm not getting any younger.
To me, Venmo is so great, and it just removes so much bullshit. Like, do you know how, like, when you go out to dinner with somebody and you're like, oh, you know, like, we'll split it, but, like, oh, I had, like, 3 beers and you had, a Sprite, you know, so theoretically I should pay, like, $15 extra or whatever. And then, like, if you're trying to explain it to the lady, the poor waitress, you're like, okay, so we're going to do, like, $36 on this red card and, you know, $20 on this blue one. It's like just one person pay and then everybody else Venmo, and you get the fuck out of there so much faster. It's so much better.
It's kind of like Lyft and Uber and having not to deal with like credit card stuff, and you just kind of get out the car. But yeah, no, that's great.
Although I recently have had a tough couple of rounds with Lyft and Uber. I love them both very much, but I think recently...
What do you mean?
Like, drivers just don't show up, or they'll link me with a driver who's heading the opposite way on the freeway, you know, so they have to go like all the way up by the pier to turn around and then come back to me. And it's just shady. Like, when they say they'll be here in 7 minutes, they're consistently here in like 18 to 20 minutes. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm wondering if things are evening out.
I have the best Lyft story from this last week. I said it in the group chat.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know what you're talking about.
So I was taking a Lyft. I was going out the other night, and the Lyft driver picks me up from my house. We're driving. He's talking. He was like kind of like prying and stuff, and I really don't like, you know, at least at that part of the time, I didn't really want to talk that much, but I was like, you know, whatever. And like 10 minutes through the ride, with like he wasn't kidding, like he wasn't trying to be funny, he was dead serious. He was like, "Are you Dave Grohl's brother?"
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, "What?" And he's like,
Oh,
"Are you
boy.
Dave Grohl's brother?" And I'm like, I just start busting out laughing because so
You're
many
like,
people.
yes, obviously.
There's so many people throughout my life think I look like Dave Grohl. So the fact that this guy just out of the blue was like dead fucking serious, I just started laughing for like 5 minutes and like almost peeing my pants.
I love it.
But that was pretty funny. But I've had pretty decent overall better experiences with Lyft and Uber than the bad ones. I've had some creepy fucking drivers, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. I mean, it's just better. It's flat out better than a taxi. Taxis are so fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Sidebar, if you need a free Lyft ride, use the promo code MAX69. That's MAX69, MAX, and then the digits 69, MAX69. Don't hit the table.
I know. As soon as I did it, I was like, don't hit the table.
So anyway, I don't know how we got to fucking Uber, but Danny has a pretty solid fantasy team. I'm not going to lie.
Guys, I picked probably my best team. Having said that, I lost the first round.
Let's do a quick rundown of the team. Aaron Rodgers, Adrian Peterson, Lamar Miller, Brandon Marshall, Kelvin Benjamin. Fleener, Spencer Ware, Seahawks D, and Graham Gano. And you don't really have anybody on your bench. You get Deshaun, Martellus. You know, it's a solid team. But that's a solid opening lineup there.
What I'm a little upset about is that, you know, when I picked Gano for my kicker, ESPN had him as like the second best kicker. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize the fucker has a nickname of Oh No Gano.
I did not know that.
And I heard that, and this is, you know, when I'm watching the game where I'm like, oh, this guy can kick a 50-yard field goal to win the game and I get 4 points. And what does he do? Shanks it, mm-hmm. and I lose. Mm-hmm. And those 4 points still wouldn't have put me over. But if I would have started Kelvin Benjamin.
Now, quick recap. You're going into the Monday night game. You're up like 15, 20 points, something like that?
I'm up 19 points.
19,
no, sorry. 21 points.
21 points. Things are looking good for Dan. He's texting me nonstop. 21-1. He's texting me nonstop. He's like, yo, I'm in good shape. He's asking me roster moves, blah, blah, blah. And then, unfortunately, he ran into D'Angelo Williams. Is that who it was? Derek Williams? I don't even know his
D'Angelo
name.
Williams,
D'Angelo?
Yes.
Like the sub shop. D'Angelo Williams throws up a solid 29 points. Here's the thing. If it makes you feel any better, I was you in my family league. I was leading by like 15 or 20 points, and then D'Angelo Williams
just fucking just all over your face.
But, you know, I ended up losing by like 40 points. You know, yeah. I had like a 5 point, and he had 6 guys going. Whatever. Hate to see it.
And you know, when I got home, first of all, Pete texted me, obviously, let's go. I played Pete. I get back to the house, and he's sitting there, and he's like...
Pete, you're now roommate. Yeah. So you can't really get away from the
roommate again.
The shade.
This is my third place with Pete.
What I'm saying in terms of the game,
yeah,
you're living with the guy you're playing in fantasy, and so you're having dreams about... like cutting his fingers off, or just, you know.
As I said to him, and I'll say to you, I feel nothing.
Right. Of course. That's the coward's way out.
No, it's not the coward's way. It's just I'm so used to losing in fantasy that it's just happened so many times that it's just like, oh, of course. Yeah, you know, I'm up 21 points going into Monday. And yeah, D'Angelo Williams drops fucking 29 all over my face. It happened, and I was like, all right. Moving on to week 2.
The really annoying thing is you had to beat Pete week 1 because he's got Tom Brady and he's got Le'Veon Bell, who are both suspended for the first couple of games.
Not even. He's got Tom Brady, Gronk, and Le'Veon Bell and Gordon. They're all suspended or injured.
And that's right. Gronk was out.
So I was primed to win, and it's not like I didn't put up good points. I did pretty decent. I did over 100, which is okay. Brandon Marshall and Adrian Peterson really fucked me. Really, if I would have started Kelvin Benjamin,
you hate to see it.
You just do. You do. Moving on. I'm playing John this week. I think his team kind of sucks. I don't like it.
Let's take a quick look at John's
I don't
team.
like
Russell Wilson, Ezekiel Elliott, Devonta, Alshon, Larry Fitzgerald, Jason Witten, Rashad Jennings, Cardinals D, Adam Vinatieri, Edelman, Emmanuel Sanders.
Anyway. I mean, I don't know.
You know, he out of solidarity for the Patriots did not start Larry Fitzgerald last week.
Yeah.
Power move. I don't know. I think he's got a good team. He's projected It's gonna be a close game. You're both projected.
Oh,
to
fuck
to
those
do horrible.
projections, by the way. Fuck those projections. I'm so sick of those goddamn projections. I just wish I could put tape on my phone where exactly the projections are always going to be, because it's just
The worst thing is they'll like text you now. I don't know if this happens to you, but I get the
I push the
alerts on the app.
notifications
They're
off. I
like,
hate
you
this
know,
so fucking annoying.
guys on your bench are projected to outscore guys in your thing. Blah blah blah. And
basically,
you're
the app's telling me
what
I'm a
the fuck,
fucking idiot.
dude?
They're like, why do you have this guy on your bench?
Yeah. Did you see I picked up my boy Arian Foster in like the 6th round,
I did see that.
7th round? You know what?
He's your dad.
There's some things in life that never really go away, like your love for your running back father person.
He's your dad, Max. Every fall and winter, Arian Foster steps in and becomes your father.
Yeah.
You know?
And he's a cool guy. He's a vegan dad. It's a little weird. We're doing a lot of like buffalo cauliflower type stuff, but he kneeled at the national anthem. I
Good.
don't know how I feel about that.
How should we get into this? Real
You
quick.
know what? We'll put a time limit on it. But yeah, we might as well. I mean, people are kneeling. If you don't know, if you've been living under a rock for the last 2 weeks, I
Yeah.
guess. Colin Kaepernick decided to sit during the national anthem. Everyone was like, what the fuck was that? He goes, something along the lines of, you know, the national anthem supports racism or oppression of minorities or whatever, something like that. I can't remember.
Racial inequality. in
Racial
this country.
inequality.
in this country. That's pretty much it.
Just,
Not talking about the
Okay.
troops. Not talking about anything. Just talking about just all the issues with racial
Yeah.
inequality.
you know, I don't pretend to know the plight of a black man in this country, let alone any other sort of supremely discriminated against, prejudice, whatever minority. I'm not a woman. I'm not a immigrant. You know what I mean? I got a
You
pretty.
look like a fucking immigrant.
But you know, I'm
You
not,
sure about that?
I'm pretty sure, Dan. I don't know if he wants to sit, let him sit and start a conversation about it. But for all these people being like, you're disrespecting the troops or you're disrespecting this, that, and the other thing, it's like
That's not what he's talking
that's
about.
not at all what he's talking.
That's
about.
not what he's talking about.
But
And that's
people
what-
got like people flipped the fuck out. Like they got so mad, and not even troops, just like fat white people were like, "Hey man, you're a fucking scumbag. Fuck the Niners." Blah blah blah. You know, I don't know. It's a double-edged sword. One, no one's talking about how shitty Colin Kaepernick has been playing the last 2 years, which is nice.
Yeah.
He's getting paid like $18-20 million to be garbage. Garbage. Is he even starting?
No,
Yeah.
he's the backup.
So power move, change the narrative. You know, the narrative is not how much Colin Kaepernick sucks at football. It's his political stance. Power move. You know, if he wants to make a stand and start a conversation, let him make a stand and start a conversation. That's sort of my feeling. What do you think, Dan?
Why did I think at the beginning you didn't like it? It sounded like you were getting into like you didn't like it.
You know, I didn't like
Yeah, what does that come from? I'm interested in now.
I didn't like the hypocrisy of everyone. Because, like, what I heard was...
In what context?
Like, especially on the last week, the 9/11 games, they were like, you know, like, it's cool, but, you know, if you want to do that, whatever. First, right out the bat, they were like, oh, this guy hates the troops. And it's like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
That pissed me off.
And then it's like, he's disrespecting America. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. And then it's like, I, as a white person from North Carolina, know exactly what it's like to grow up like a black person. Then Rodney Harrison's like, he's not black enough to make this argument. And you're like, can everyone stop being so fucking stupid for like 5 seconds? And then when they were like, oh, you know, I'm all for taking a stand and stuff, but like not on 9/11, bro. It's like, no, motherfucker, you can't say like, I'm a fan of free speech, just not today. You know, like that's so stupid. It was just everyone one-upping each other being dumber than the last person, you know? If he wants to make a fucking stand and talk about, at least start a conversation, go for it. Like, bring some issues up, man.
I love the move.
You love the move.
I
Okay.
absolutely love the move. When I first heard he did that, I saw... Are we still good?
Yeah.
When I first heard that he did it, I was like, oh, shit. All these players are going to do it. And I was like, then it's going to carry over to the NBA season. I think it's great. Dude, when I saw fucking Bennett on the fucking sideline with his fucking fist in the air, I was like, hell fucking yeah. It's about as rock and roll as you can get. Like, I love the move. I totally get it. I mean, people can nitpick him in his life. And, like, yeah, I mean, he is just trying to start a conversation, and he's honestly right in terms of his opinion about racial inequality in this country and economic inequality. In terms of, I mean, dude, it's crazy when you look at the person, like when you look at side by side, you know, white people versus black people in terms of, you know, whether they're employed and how much they make per like average mean income. The discrepancies are just so far that it's just like it's hard to look at. And it's all of this stuff where he's coming from. And people are like saying, oh, his new girlfriend, you know, I guess she's very in touch with the whole Black Lives Matter movement and some other stuff.
Yeah.
And or supposedly some stuff like that. And, you know, people are like, oh, it's just because of this new girl he feels this way. It's like, no, you can't fucking say that, because what he's saying is goddamn true. And, you know, he really started chain reaction. He started conversation. I mean, he's not talking about the fucking troops. And if you fucking think that, then you don't get it. I'm sorry.
It's wild, too. And it's wild. On the one hand, I'm like, all right, whatever. We'll do one more minute on this, because I don't want to we just go down this fucking rabbit hole forever. You know, good on him, man. Yeah, we're all fucking talking about it. And we're talking about a lot of stuff. And if he wants to take the heat for it, he's taking the heat for it. And that's, you know, that's ballsy.
Yeah.
And the other argument I hated was like, I don't want to, you know, this is sports. It's not, I don't want like politics in my sports or stuff like that. And I was like, dude, that's even stupid.
There is no politics in your sports, because when you're playing the actual game, he's not kneeling on the fucking field, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's one thing, yeah, he's affecting your sports if he literally just gets the ball snapped and just kneels. Like, that's entirely different. He's just, I mean, dude, using your celebrity and using your profession as a platform to get a message across, like, is like what people and humans have been doing from the dawn of time to make fucking social change. So if that's the way you fucking feel, then you're a fucking moron. I'm sorry.
It was tough.
It was tough.
Tough to watch.
And you can't, I mean, dude, this is America. It's freedom of speech. You have all these coaches from baseball and hockey being like, I would bench my players if they did that. It's like, that's the most anti-American fucking thing you could possibly do. It's like, I'm going to bench you for using your freedom of speech.
Right, for standing up for yourself and what you believe in.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
That's not very Captain America, I'll say that. Anyway.
It's not very Captain America, but that's not the fucking point.
Fine. So, like we were talking about, Danny's got a really good fantasy football team.
So good. He's got a great team. He just, you know, he can't win with it.
I noticed you didn't change your name. You're still the Pickles.
I'm just Pickles. That's
You're just
it.
Pickles.
Not Palisades Pickled Ticklers, which is the dumbest fucking name.
John, a moment ago, picking up Matthew Stafford. What? Power moves only.
What does he know that we don't know?
I don't know. He must be wicked fucking smart.
This guy's got spots.
All right, you want to run through some games?
Let's run through them. All right, guys.
We do have some questions on the Pixcast Twitter, so let's make sure we carve out a few minutes for that.
Did you do that?
Last week when I thought we were going to do a first show.
Oh, I haven't tried.
So, let's run through the games real quick. You got the line up there? Games?
I got the games.
All right.
I don't have the lines because I kind of want to guess some.
Okay.
So, we have tonight, actually, when you guys are watching this game already happened, and then you'll know that the Bills won this game.
Who is it? Where is it?
Jets are flying over to like a nice little farm, and they're gonna, you know, fight against some Bills in Buffalo. The planes are gonna land, and they're gonna attack a bunch of buffaloes. So, I think the Bills are gonna win.
You're going Bills.
This is the only reason why. I'm such a fucking sucker. This is such like a bullshit, like human emotional move, going with your gut and being completely wrong because the Jets are clearly a better football team. But Rex Ryan gave a passionate speech that went like viral off like some fucking television show that he has. Did you see that?
No.
Where he's like, you know, the whole you dropped a bunch of fuckings and, you know, we're going to win the fucking Super Bowl. They're at home. I just have a gut feeling that the Bills are going to win. Jets should be favored in this game by like 2.5.
It's a push.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So not too far-fetched. All right, yeah, I just think the Bills are going to win. What do you think?
I'll go Jets. Matt Forte. Fuck yourself.
By the way, these teams are very incestuous in the context that, like, Rex Ryan was the coach of the Jets. Fitzpatrick used to be the fucking quarterback for the Bills.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just...
They're just banging away.
Banging away. Speaking of banging, the Saints... actually, not speaking of banging at all.
What?
The complete opposite.
Great transition.
Great. That was
Great
awesome.
segue.
Saints can't bang. Can Saints bang? Have they banged?
I don't know.
Are Saints priests? I'm a
I
Jew.
thought
I don't know.
Saints were like people who did really well in life and they got elevated to sainthood afterwards. We talked about this last year.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay. We won't get into it again. All right. But Mother Teresa just became a saint, though.
All right, I'll look it up. Just fucking go.
Okay. So the Saints, I guess, are getting in their cars and they're driving to New York to.
They're saints, not popes. You know that, right?
I don't know. I feel like they're going in like the Pope Mobile. They're driving up to New York to face some Giants. I'll tell you what. I got Fleener, who's the tight end for the Saints. So I'm just going to be really biased here. The Giants should be probably favored in this game by like 3.5, 4 points. Going Saints. I don't know. Drew Brees has got a massive contract. I think he's loving life. Yeah. I'm going Saints. What do you think?
I think the Saints are going to be an unbelievable fantasy team and a terrible football team. I think they're going to really get the shit kicked out of them. Yeah.
Cooks put up some good numbers for me last week. I got Cooks.
Yeah, so I had fucking what's his name? I mean, Drew Brees is going to throw like literally 300 times a game, figuratively.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be down by 40 points the entire time. So Brees, sneaker, sleeper, pick up in your fantasy league because he's going to throw every fucking down because they're going to be down by 1,000,000 points every
He's
game.
taken in our league, right?
Yeah, he's gone.
Okay. Well, I have Aaron Rodgers, so
Yeah,
fuck
what
it.
the fuck do you care?
All right, moving on.
So
Wait,
what did you do?
I'm going Saints. I don't know why. I just have
Saints over who are they
the
playing?
Giants.
I'm going Giants. Where is it?
It's in New York.
Okay. Saints at Giants.
I've been on the Giants so many times when they were supposed to win games, and they've just completely fucked me so many times that like
Okay, that's fine.
I'm out.
You're out.
All right, Titans Lions. Both these teams suck. Mariota versus Stafford. Stafford somehow is going to be good in fantasy because John picked him up.
Oh yeah, John's sneaky, like pretty good at fantasy. He's been in the final.
I know.
Like,
He's always in the mix.
Yeah.
He's always in the mix. I get it.
What are you doing?
Fucking no. I'm gonna take the Lions because they're at home.
You know who's on the Titans now? His name starts with a D and ends with an Emarco.
Good old DeMarco. How's he been?
He scored a touchdown last week.
I know because I played against him and he beat me. I mean,
The old ex-boyfriend beating you up there, huh, Dan?
dude,
That's-
DeMarco
hate
was
to
like,
see
he
it.
traded me and now I'm just gonna beat you. So
I'll go Lions too. Fuck the Titans. They never do anything.
he's going Lions. All right, cool. Moving along. All right, Cowboys getting on their horses and they're traveling to Washington to play some Redskins or some Washingtons or whatever the fuck you want to call them.
Oh, some Washingtons. I like the Cowboys. I think what's his name is fucking
Dak
That's a
Prescott?
fucking sweet name. That's a solid quarterback name. That is a fucking solid quarterback name. Are you kidding me?
Dak Prescott, pretty damn good. Sounds very drill sergeant-ish. It's like, there's fucking General Dak Prescott.
When people spell their names that like it should be a CK, like when people spell Zach Z-A and they just do the K Z-A-K, then I'm really intimidated by them.
Really?
Like if they purposefully have grammatical errors in their name, spelling errors, I'm like, oh shit, this dude's
Like he's got a
fucking-
knife?
No, like he's tough. Like when he was a child, when he was like a 3-year-old, was like has been defending his dumb fucking name his entire life. Do you know what I mean? Like trial by fire. You know, like in the Spartans when they would like beat the shit out of children, and whenever
Yes,
a child
on the mountains.
stood up and like defended himself, got to be a Spartan and grow up. That's how I feel about people with really dumb names. You know, because they've been defending it their entire life, and so you're like, shit, dude, this guy's fucking bad motherfucker. That's a big one. And then when people have alliteration names, like Blake Bortles, for example,
Yeah.
I think that they're like automatically a little bit more confident and cocky than the next guy. I heard an interview with Blake Bortles, and they go, how much of your success in life, specifically football, but more so in life, would you attribute to your name having the same first letter as your first and last name? And he goes, like, it took like half a second. He goes, oh, it's my entire life. There was like no, he was like, he thought about it and he was like, oh yeah, no, obviously. Like that has been my entire basis of confidence and self-worth or whatever.
First of all, Blake Bortles, you know who he kind of sounds like? Phillip Rivers.
Oh, well, he's a Florida guy. Where's Rivers from?
He's from
I can't believe how much we talk about Phillip Rivers.
I know. Well, he went to
we gotta get him on the show.
He went to NC State. Wolfpack, man. Come on, man. He's probably from. I hope he's from North Carolina. Dude, Phillip Rivers for fucking president. Why isn't fucking Hillary just step down? Actually, no, he'd probably be Republican. I'd vote for him.
He would be a Republican, but his platform would be like football first.
Yeah,
you know?
Football first.
They'd be like, "What do you think about the tensions in the Middle East?" He's like, "Well, we'll just give him footballs." Done. Solved.
I was like, I'm sending Peyton Manning over there.
He's like, Israel Palestine. We'll just have them play a Thanksgiving game every goddamn year. And they're like, actually, they don't have Thanksgiving. This is that's an American holiday. He's like, well, we'll give them Thanksgiving. Problem solved. Next.
Who doesn't love turkey?
They're like, what about the economy? He's like, we'll just sell more football T-shirts, obviously.
You know what? I think you're kind of onto something here.
Yeah, I know.
What if in America we adopted countries' best holidays and just took them as our own, since we are the country of immigrants? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad idea.
It's just cherry pick whatever.
Yeah, cherry pick. Like, we have like this cool holiday where everyone parties, blah, 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 blah. Like, oh yeah, we'll do that.
Fine. Taken.
That's what I would do if I was president.
Thank God you're not president.
Thank God I'm not president. Good
All right,
Lord.
what are you doing? Are you going Cowboys or... I'm going Dallas. Because Dallas Sneaky is putting together a team of awesome names. Ezekiel. Dax. Dez.
It's Dak.
Dak.
Is it Dak or Dak?
It's D-A-K.
It's Dak. Dak Prescott.
Dez. Ezekiel. I don't even know who else is on the
Dak, Dez, Ezekiel. Okay. Why are you convincing me to change my pick? Because I was going to go Redskins, and I'm loving those names. I'm
like, who did they lose? Tony. Lame.
Tone.
Dez. I guess they still have Jason. Jason Witten.
I'm going to go
That's
Washington.
A pretty shitty fucking name.
Going Washington.
All right, he's going Washington.
We got to, pick different games. And
I mean, we've only picked one in common. All right, let's go. What's the next game?
Okay, we got Chiefs-Texans.
Ugh.
That's a tough one. Chiefs are looking good. They've been solid for a couple years now. 3 years.
Are they? Didn't they lose?
They lost to us in the playoffs.
No, they lost.
They won. They came back and won.
Oh, yeah. That was wild.
Yeah. They showed some teeth. You know what? I'm not really sold on the Texans. That, I think I'm starting where. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
Fine, I'll go Texans. Because I think the Chiefs are soft. I think their defense should have been, like, with their thing. Like, we're going to run the ball and we're going to win, like, 6-0 every game. And they, like, barely won in a shootout, you know? I think they got to figure out the fuck they are. Plus, I hate the Chiefs. I don't know why. They're just such chumps.
You don't like the Chiefs? What do you have against the Chiefs? What'd they ever do to you?
They're like, every year they're like, oh man, look out for the Chiefs. They're coming in, they're like sleeper pick. They're coming in hot. And then they always get chunked.
Everyone says everyone's coming in hot.
No.
Come on.
No.
Everyone thinks the Raiders are coming in hot. The Chiefs are coming hot. The Patriots are coming. I mean, there's like, everyone's always coming in hot.
Chiefs are phony. They're phonies. That's who they are.
Wow.
What's next?
A lot of hate on this picks cast today. All right, we have the Dolphins are swimming up to New England.
Is it at New England?
Yeah, it's a long swim for those Dolphins. Pack a lunch, guys. They're playing the New England Patriots.
Yeah, this is, I mean...
Game of the week, clearly.
When is this? Sunday night game? Monday night game?
This is a 10 o'clock game.
10 o'clock game. Yeah, that's what I said. Fuck!
I'll tell you what. Really, the game of the week, in my opinion. We'll get to it.
Patriots, obviously. How great was that game? I mean, it was just so... nice on every level, and like fuck everybody, and I love how the first reaction was across the board. They were like, everyone was groaning because they were like, ugh, Patriots fans are back, they're so smug, blah blah blah. And honestly, it's like, I'm sorry you're not a fan of the Patriots. Like, It is such a blessing. Honestly,
it is.
It's so great. I can't tell you how many
it's like things. What Spurs fans go through. Dude, Spurs fans are just blessed. Like, every year a Spurs fan could be like, we could probably win the championship.
Yeah. There's like a 1 in 4 shot.
Yeah.
Like, tell me another team in the NFL that has had that over the last 15 years. And it's so great. And you do it by, like, outsmarting people, outplanning people, tricking them, innovating.
Doing it with
doing
this
cool
with the salary
shit.
cap stuff of the NFL, it's almost next to impossible. It is like one of the toughest sports to keep a team together and keep evolving along with trends of the league. It's like fucking playing a 3D chess game inside of like a pigeon dream. It's tough. It's really, really tough. It's incredibly tough. It's not easy. And the Patriots do it year after year. I mean, yeah, no, it's pretty incredible.
Solid.
And I'm loving it. I'm loving Garoppolo. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, backup quarterback. And, I mean, dude, you take Garoppolo and Tom Brady, you send those motherfuckers to the Middle East. There will be some peace. There will be some guys. I mean, good Lord. I mean, whew. Coming in hot. I mean, does Garoppolo have a model girlfriend too? Or is he...
I mean, he's got to join the crew.
He's got to join the crew.
I tell you, I mean... It's kind of weird that all they do is draft like really good football players who are also sneaky gorgeous.
Like, we have the most handsome football team of all time. I mean, you line those guys up. I mean, come on.
It's power moves only.
It's power moves. Absolute power moves. There's nothing to say. I mean, it's
so
just...
good. But it was so satisfying on every level. You know, he played well enough. Like, everyone was pulling for him. The whole league wanted Arizona to win. Roger Goodell rigged the whole thing. We didn't have either tackles. Gronk got hurt. They suspended Ninkovich. Like, didn't have Deion Lewis. They didn't fucking anybody.
Nobody. And
It's
Garoppolo,
wild.
3rd and 15, stands in the fucking pocket, scrambles out, hits whoever on that basically game-changing play.
Yeah.
In like the fourth quarter. I mean, unbelievable. And then, dude, it was so funny. I was with Pete and there were like some other people, and it was great. Right before the guy's kicking, I'm like, this guy's a fucking loser. I was like, this guy's fucking hitting. No. I called the entire thing. I was like, it's going wide left. He's a fucking loser. He's such a chump. Like, I would bet anything right now he hits it wide left. And all of a sudden, gets up, kicks wide left.
Sure, bro.
The best. Oh, ask Pete. Ask Pete. I was chirping.
It was so great. What a great
Just
game.
had a feeling. It's just when I saw him get up to the kick the first time before we called the timeout, he looked so scared. Mm-hmm. You could like see it on him. He was like it was just like his body language is telling me that he's fucking really nervous and he's gonna shank this shit.
Well, thank God he didn't. It was a great day. That was the only game I watched last week, actually.
He totally Ganode the fucking card.
No, Ganode. Anyway, long story short, we're both picking the Patriots, obviously. I did pick up the Patriots defense in our league. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not see that, but during the draft, I was looking at the Patriots defense being like, we can sneakily get tons of turnovers because we're so well coached. No, every year their defense is like top 5 in fantasy points, right?
It sneaks in there. No, there was one year where they were just getting shredded because it was like 2 or 3 years ago, but they weren't great. But
okay, but I always feel like they always put up points because whoever has the Pats, I'm like, what the fuck? You're getting
well, now it's not. I didn't have anybody in the Patriots. It's always nice to fucking root for somebody. God damn it! I don't know. It's very satisfying. But you're going Pats. What are you doing?
I mean, come on. I mean, you could just mark me down for Pats every week. I mean, I'll tell you what. If we're even 3-1 when Brady comes back, I'll tell you what. I was talking to Pete the other day. You know, fireside chats, late night, and I was having, talk about the Patriots, like friends do. And I was thinking, I was like, I think this might be the season where it happens. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, what if we run the table for real this year because of Deflategate with the Brady suspension? Dude, what if we're 4-0 when Tom comes back? That guy is going to play probably some of the most insane football you will ever see. I bet you he's going to throw a few turnovers because he's going to be so fucking aggressive, which is okay. It's going to be a fucking fire show. He's going to probably throw 3 or 4 touchdowns, I believe, every game. Every single game. I mean, Psycho Tom, they call it. I mean, dude, they took fucking, a month and change of football away from him. It's the only thing he loves in this world, besides his fucking gorgeous wife and his children. But behind that, it's football. Okay. I don't know. I just, I know it's week 1, but how awesome as a Patriots fan would that be if we really ran the table? And then what if, it would just be amazing. Like,
I mean, it's crazy even that's a possibility. And we're kind of like, imagine any other team thinking that. You'd be like, dude, shut the fuck up. No.
They've done it before.
I know.
And their defense is better.
It's insane.
Their offense isn't as good, but their defense is better.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have Randy Moss, that was just,
that was so great.
It was like cheating in video games.
I know.
That's what it looked like.
All right, let's fucking.
Yes,
moving
on.
What do we got for games?
Okay, we got Ravens, Browns.
Where?
In Cleveland.
I can't name a Brown.
RG3, but he's injured, and their backup is McGowan.
I'm going Ravens. What are you doing?
I'm going Ravens. Yeah, I don't hate the Ravens as much as you hate the Ravens.
I think they're just fucking scumbag losers. And Ravens fans are all scumbags. Everybody knows that. Shout out to all my friends who are Ravens scumbags. I can name like 3 of them off the top of my head. You all fucking scumbags. Whatever. They're fun to beat, They're really fun to beat. Fuck them. Who cares? Next.
There was a Ray Rice joke in there. All right. I'm going to go with... You know what? Oh, fuck it. Ravens. I got to.
Yeah.
I was gonna.
You already said Ravens, so like.
I was thinking of going Browns. All right. Next game. We got 49ers are traveling to Carolina to play the Panthers. And it's a 10 a.m. game over here, 1 o'clock on the East Coast. I mean, I got to go Panthers.
Yeah.
I think you're going Panthers. I think the country's going Panthers. I mean.
What's funny is, like, as shitty as Cam Newton was getting, like, the fact that he got the shit kicked out of him and he got 0 calls, that game was a joke.
We were watching that together.
Joke, yeah. They're hitting him helmet to helmet every single time. They're drilling him. Excuse me. It was unbelievable.
Because I remember when we were watching the game, we were like, dude, this is bad.
Yeah, like, as much as I hated Cam Newton, his stupid interviews, stupid dancing, his stupid other shit, like, he got the shit kicked out of him. Whatever. It sort of set the reset button for me on Cam Newton. I'm definitely going Panthers. They're good. Niners are terrible.
His fucking brain hit the reset button. Did you fucking see him getting up? I mean, it was bad. I mean, just as a fan watching on television, it's like, dude, you probably got a concussion somewhere in there.
Oh, big time.
Like, it's the protocol. I mean,
your concussion got a concussion. Whatever. Anyway,
don't even get.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
Keep going.
All right, Bengals Steelers. All right.
Easy.
Where
is it?
If everyone's alive at the end of the game, because last time.
Where is the game?
Every time I say game, the first name is away, and the second game is going to be home. So Bengals Steelers. So they're at Pittsburgh.
That "at" is really taxing your voice. There, you saving it for your concert later, or like what are we doing? You can't fucking you can't exert yourself to say "at."
Bengals Steelers in Pittsburgh. This isn't easy.
What do you mean? Of course it's easy. The Steelers are going to murder them. Antonio Brown, period.
What's the line? I don't know about this. Let's see. Yeah, Steelers are only a 3-point favorite. That's not that heavy. You know what? I'll go Bengals.
Okay. Dan, going 0 for the week is almost as bad as getting your brains bashed in by D'Angelo Williams in the Monday night game.
I feel nothing. Buccaneers at Cardinals.
There we go.
At Cardinals.
This is a tough game.
This is the game of the week. Jameis Winston and the Bucs look impressive. I mean, I'll tell you what, after the win last week, we both talked about, we thought the Buccaneers were going to beat the Falcons.
Yeah, big time.
Like,
that was a wild game.
I'll tell you what, that guy, I usually, like, when kids go through controversies in college, it usually ends up helping them out later in the future. Remember Cam had that stuff in college?
Yeah, do you remember, did you see Jameis went back to and gave like a halftime speech?
I saw that speech.
It was very Smash Williams.
I mean, the guy has so much confidence, and after the game, when he was being interviewed, He was like, we're not surprised. He's like, I worked hard in the offseason. And the way he said it just sounded so genuine, like he really did put in the work. Like he's not bullshitting.
In no way like showing off or posturing or whatever. He's
no.
like, I worked really hard, and now I'm better.
And this is the result. He's like, I think he was like, we didn't magically just get better. He's like, we put in the work, and I think the kid has a great attitude. I don't know. I like Jameis Winston.
Yeah, it was cool.
And Mike Evans is a fucking beast. I saw like one of their preseason games, and Evans was just, that guy is huge. Mm-hmm. He's a bad man. Mm-hmm. He is a bad motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I think Cardinals are going to be one of those. You know how there's always like one team that's like, oh, they're going to be so good, and then just fucking flop. Mm-hmm. I think the Cardinals might be that team this year. They just got beat by the Patriots, who didn't have Tom Brady.
Well, they shook their confidence got shook, but David Johnson's really good. Larry Fitzgerald is really good. They still have fucking what's his name, Chandler Jones, who opened one of my Snapchats today, by the way. Weird. I sent Chandler Jones a Snapchat. No response. Thanks, Chandler. You fucking asshole. They're good. They're gonna do really well. No, I sent everybody in my Snapchat thing.
You really like talked to?
I just said like select all, and I sent them all the beer pong trick shot thing that I did.
Oh, that's right, because you were on Snapchat.
I was on Snapchat.
You were on Snapchat, yeah. Not on Snapchat. You had like a little thing, which I never check those.
Nobody does.
Nobody does.
But I was on one, and it was cool. I was doing beer pong trick shots. It's on the Brother one, the Discover page. Brother Discover.
I'll tell you what. The one through that door, that's tough to do.
It's the best one. It's fun to do too, because you get like the noise, you get like the timing. It's like Indiana Jones style. It's a good shot.
All right.
Anyway, so I sent him that. I think the Cardinals are going to be good, but they're probably not going to be Super Bowl good the way everyone was talking.
They're not going to. That's what I'm saying. They're not going to be Super Bowl good. I think they might sneak in the playoffs. I don't know. It's just like if I have to like pick a team where I think they had all this hype coming in the season, who's not going to fulfill that, I think it's the Cardinals. And I think I don't know. I think the Buccaneers are confident. I don't know. I think there's a possibility the Buccaneers could like beat the shit out of them.
So you're going Bucks?
Like heavy.
Bucks heavy, huh?
Like I would like to see that line, because this might be the pick of the week right here. Because
Arizona -7.
Oh my God, that's a great money line for Tampa Bay. Let's see what it is. Tampa Bay. Where are you guys? Plus 240. So you bet $100, you win $240. Mm-hmm. That's pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. Pick of the week. Go Bucks.
There you go. Go Bucks.
Yeah, or just bet the spread. All right, let's get this going. All right. So next game we got. Damn, we got games. Seahawks at Rams.
The Rams suck. Shocker.
Yeah, Seahawks. Moving on. Falcons Raiders. Raiders are looking pretty good this season. Falcons suck, so I'm gonna have to go with the Raiders. What do you got? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll go Raiders.
Let's go Raiders. Let's cruise. All right, we got Jaguars at San Diego. Oh man, we got Phillip Rivers and his son playing each other in this game. Blake Bortles versus Phillip.
Oh my
wait,
God.
Hold on. 100% the night before their families go out for a dinner. Like,
I don't think so.
I don't know. I feel like they know each other pretty well. They're both like Southern boys. They're both quarterbacks. They sound exactly the same. I think they both have shaved heads. They're both like the same height. I
don't think they know each other.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure
I'm
they
gonna
do
go
not,
on a limb.
Actually.
Well, I don't know. Phillip Rivers probably doesn't know that many people because he has to spend all his time with all of his kids. I don't know how he has time for anything.
I don't think what's his name has kids either. Bortles.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Good.
So what are you doing? Jags or Chargers?
Dude, I'm going Chargers.
He's going Chargers.
What are you going?
Me too. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't bet against Philly.
All right, we got Colts at Broncos. Ooh.
This is not a hard one at all.
No, it's just I'm looking at the Colts and it's just I don't think they're good. Broncos.
Yeah, me neither. Broncos.
Yeah. All right, Packers Vikings. Oh, going Packers. I got Aaron Rodgers on my team.
Sucks to be Teddy Bridgewater. The funny thing about like them reporting that
you hate to see
injury was like, oh, he's down in practice, and then it was like there's a crowd of people around him, and then there was like they're calling the ambulance and he might die. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, no, the reports did not sound good initially. I remember that, but yeah, sucks to be Teddy. Vikings fans, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but more than anything, I'm sorry that you're Vikings fans.
Have they ever won a Super Bowl before?
Never.
I don't think
No.
so. Yeah, they're out.
You're going Packers,
Going
even though you
Packers.
have Adrian Peterson on your team.
Oh, that's right. I have Adrian Peterson. Oh, I think this one's going to be a high-scoring game. Aaron Rodgers is going to throw for 5 touchdowns. Adrian Peterson will run for like maybe 6 or 7, give or take. High-scoring game, not a shootout. A shootout on one side and a running attack from the other. Specifically, going Packers.
Packers. Okay, me too. Aaron Rodgers made that.
But it's
going to
be a high-scoring game. Did I say that? Okay.
Unbelievable throw last week.
Real quick. I just want to go back to the Broncos Colts. I think Simeon, when we were watching that game together.
Oh yeah, he's good.
I think Simeon is going to be a elite quarterback
Okay.
in 4 years or 5 years.
Who's going to be better, Simeon, Garoppolo? You have a pick on your team right now.
Oh, I'm going Simeon.
Really?
There are some quarterbacks where you just watch them play and they're just so calm and cool, and it's like he's just not an emotional guy, and he's just like, I'm just going to do the job at hand. It doesn't seem like there's a moment too big for him. It's just not the way he's wired. When you see people like that, the way I saw him move through the pocket and feel the pocket collapsing at certain points, it looked, I don't know, to me, I was really impressed. Like, I don't know. I was pretty shocked. I thought he played well. Obviously, he has a lot of room to grow, but like, if I was to do like a hot take of like, which young quarterback's going to be elite and fucking, I would say Simeon.
Certainly not Teddy Bridgewater, I tell you that much.
Yeah, certainly not Teddy Bridgewater. Like, I think he's better than Teddy Bridgewater. I think he's better than Osweiler, to be honest. I think, dude, John Elway knows what the fuck he's doing. I mean, dude, he's won Super Bowls. He knows, like, quarterback types. He knows the type of people that can be successful at the position. I think they know what they're doing. I just wanted to say that.
Simeon.
Dude, if I'm a Broncos fan, I'm feeling really good. So, all right. I got Packers. You got Packers. All right, next game. Speaking of rookies who are starting off hot, we got the Eagles at the Chicago Bears.
Oof, tough one.
Talons versus claws. That's a tough one. And how many Eagles? And how many Bears?
I mean, the Bears are just bad. I'm out on the Bears. I'm going Eagles, 100%.
I'll tell you what. I thought you were going to pick Bears.
I don't have anybody on the Bears anymore that I like. I don't like Jay Cutler.
Because
I don't like Forte.
your other dad's gone?
Brandon Marshall's gone.
Your dad got fired?
Yeah.
So
is there anybody on the Bears that like is cool?
Alshon Jeffrey's really good.
Yeah, he was good when him and Brandon Marshall were there, but now like he's alone. He's like a single mom.
All right, after this picks cast, and I have you look at my lineup. I got some questions because this game's gonna be on pretty soon. All right, I'm gonna go Eagles too. I like Carson Wentz. I thought he played well. I think he too will be a good quarterback. I'll tell you what, I think Simeon's gonna be better than him.
The line, you want to know the line?
The Bears are probably, oh God, it's probably even, or like Bears are like a point favorite. Bears are a 3-point favorite?
3 points.
All right. Well, they're at home.
They're at home. Yeah, that's a push. Whatever. Fuck them. Are you going Eagles or are you going Bears?
I'm going Eagles.
All right.
That's it.
We had some questions to the Twitter.
That's right.
There was only one that I liked. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Coming in hot, Shelby, big fan, big friend of the program. Team waffles or team pancakes? Now, do you want to say them at the same time? I already know mine pretty definitively.
I'll tell you what, I'm actually pretty shocked we haven't talked about food this entire time. This is actually pretty good for us. Right?
I'm sneaky starving.
I'm sneaky starving.
Yeah.
And now we're talking about waffles and pancakes. And so,
do you want? I mean, I know, hands down, it's not even a question.
Let's
for
go
me.
to IHOP.
I don't want to go to fucking IHOP. Jesus. You know what the funny thing about IHOP? Here's the funny thing about IHOP. There's a million funny things about IHOP, but the funniest thing is that they have all those types of syrup.
I love it.
And no one ever uses anything other than the old-fashioned fucking original
I'll go to
syrup.
IHOP.
Does anybody use the strawberry syrup, honestly? You might do a dab. Just be like, oh, yeah, that's what it tastes like. But your real syrup is...
I want pancakes. I want waffles. I want eggs with melted cheese on top. I want hash browns. I want sausage, and I want bacon. I got it.
No. Which fucking one do you...
I know. I'm just hungry. Team pancakes.
Huge mistake. Waffles are superior to pancakes in literally every way. It's like, what would you rather have? Some like crunchy, delicious pastry, or like a slop of mush in your mouth? It's disgusting.
Give me that mush.
Ugh.
Love like there are so many different types of pancakes to do it, and
I don't know.
I'm really hungry.
I mean, I'm waffles 100%.
Can I
I'm
be-
not a
can I
big
be both?
I'm not a big
I love waffles,
breakfast
too.
guy, but yeah, I mean, I'm going waffles.
I like waffles too. Waffles are absolutely delicious. I was actually a big waffle guy as a kid. That was my go-to.
You're a big waffle guy.
Yeah, for like 3 or 4 years there, I'd always get waffles. Oh, amazing place in Wilmington. I think they're in the South too. K&W Cafeteria. Oh my god, that place is amazing.
I don't know. I never liked a big breakfast because, like, you eat a big
Ooh.
breakfast, then you're just like, I have to go back to bed now. It's like 10:30 a.m. and
It's
I'm
the best.
exhausted.
It's
I need
the
to like go lie
best.
down immediately. I'd rather have like a huge lunch and a huge dinner.
No, you go huge breakfast that pulls you through to about 6 or 7 o'clock, and you have an amazing dinner.
So your 2 meals are breakfast dinner.
Well, first of all, I'm a 2-meal guy anyway.
yeah,
because
of
I eat a
course.
lot.
We're not lunatics.
Do you know people who eat 3 meals?
No, I don't know anyone. Like my parents, kind of.
No, I have a couple friends who are like, I do. Nah.
To me, like the least believable thing and this happens a lot in like TV shows. It happened in Friday Night Lights all the time. Drove me crazy. It's like the whole family would be up and like sipping coffee casually and eating like a full breakfast and like reading the paper and shit before school. I'm like, what fucking planet are you guys from? Like, I woke up because the bus was honking at me like I'm here, and I like ran downstairs. Maybe I grabbed my backpack. Like, knock on wood. Hopefully, I remembered anything that I needed from the school day. I would grab like a piece of bread. Hopefully, it was toasted. You know what I mean? And I was sprinting while getting dressed to get to school because I had to sleep until the very, very last minute, and I couldn't get out of bed. These motherfuckers are like sipping coffee and like gossiping and shit like that. Like that to me was always the least believable part about any
That's true.
sitcom shit like that. And I don't know anybody like
I know
don't
somebody
know. I
probably
can't
like
really
that. I
think
feel like
about
Philip Rivers has to have some of that. I mean, he's got 8 kids. I mean, not all 8 of
him
them.
and his fucking like one of his babysitters probably does that with the kids, but like he doesn't.
It's like a swarm. Just fucking Christ, 8.
No, I never could get up at that. That probably is why I didn't love breakfast. Although pancakes on Sunday was nice, waffles on Sunday was nice, but I'd much rather have like a steak than scrambled eggs.
I'll tell you what. I don't do big breakfast all the time, like
Yeah.
I want to, but I kind of miss it. I really do. Now,
Well, you can do brunch now.
don't fucking get me started with brunch.
You don't like brunch?
I like brunch. It's just,
Cool brunch? Cool brunch sucks.
I'm out in the cool brunch.
Lunch, like breakfast food at lunchtime is cool, and drinking in the morning is cool.
For those of you who don't live in Los Angeles, brunch pretty much is like a national holiday every fucking Sunday.
And there's a DJ. There's a DJ at the brunch in LA. I don't know how else to like encapsulate it, I guess. It sucks. And it just sucks. But it's cool to have food. It's cool to have breakfast food at like 11:30 a.m. It's cool to have
you have to maneuver around all the hats.
cool to have boot.
There's
Oh
all
my
the
God.
fucking hats. Everyone has a fucking huge hat. Everyone thinks they're Stevie Nicks. Good
unbelievable.
lord. Don't even get me started. All right. I think that's the Pigs cast.
On that note,
On that note, I think we're done.
very anti-brunch.
Yeah, they're like, geez, what do you guys have against fucking hats?
They're like, Colin, why are you kneeling during the national anthem? He's like, I fucking hate brunch, y'all. And they're like, what? Get this motherfucker out of here.
Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Make sure to subscribe to the Pixcast on iTunes, on Twitter and on SoundCloud. If you want to hit me up, Max No Sleeves on everything. Danny is not on the internet anymore, so don't even try.
I'm on Snapchat.
Okay, he's on Snapchat. If you need anything, we'll catch you next time. Go Pats.
Go Pats.
Let's go.
Go Pats. Fuck brunch. Is that the?
Go Pats, fuck brunch. You love to see.